is such a special place. You can be from anywhere in the world and you'll be welcomed with open arms.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Breaking Bread, the Birmingham food podcast that shines a light on the Birmingham hospitality scene. We're your hosts. Here beside me is my Breaking Bread brother from another mother, Carl. And I'm Leah. See, I switched it up then. I thought I'd go you
threw
first.
me off.
Yeah.
Threw me off.
I thought I'd go you first, just prove that we're not actually Anton Deck.
Oh,
damn. Today's episode, absolute legend, Pip, forced to be reckoned with. She is like a hurricane, isn't she?
Yeah.
How she finds time to do what she does,
It's phenomenal. She's one of my favourite people in Birmingham. If I bump into her, I'm like super excited to talk to her. There's always great gossip. She's always got something in the back burner that's coming up. She's just awesome. And not only does she does the best markets in Birmingham, she makes the best hot sauce in the world.
Yeah.
I
love that hot sauce.
It's incredible.
All different ones as well. The ones, like, it's not just she's got one amazing hot sauce. She's got loads of really awesome hot.
Like, to the point where you can have debates over what's the best and what goes the best on this and what goes the best on that. Debates we do have.
Yeah. Often. We have to cut them out of this podcast all the time.
Yeah.
It wants to be hours long.
Yeah, just talking about what goes best on scrambled eggs.
Yeah. Naga.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, Naga. So this episode, we obviously chat hot sauce, how Pip created her awesome brand and how it's taken off massively, how she created the awesome artisan markets and what it's like to do events now, because that's a whole different headache.
Pip's previously been on, hasn't she?
Yeah.
And so much has happened from then to now, and there's so much more stuff that she does, and I don't know where she finds the time.
I do not know.
It's impossible.
Yeah. We had a kind of behind the scenes of the first artisan market at Botanical Gardens, and it was exhausting, man. It was exhausting. So,
yeah, fair play to the people that do the markets. I was absolutely knackered by the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God, how do people do this?
I seen like Zoe done one Saturday and Sunday, and I was like, I was glad to go back to my normal job on the Tuesday just to have a rest.
I'd be tired if I was sitting down the entire time, read out, stood up trying to do it the whole time.
Yeah, take my hat off to them still.
But we were there, pushing these.
Yes.
We're gonna. If you're thinking, they talked about this on the last episode.
Every episode we're going to talk about this.
It's going to come up in every episode. Don't worry about it.
Because if you love what we do and you want to support us and help us support others, this is the best way by buying this merch.
Yeah, you got 2 fantastic t-shirts and a.
People love the hat.
The hat as well.
Kudos to you. You designed the hat. The hat was all you. I don't wear hats.
No. When it's in the person, pick the hat. Look, it does really well. It feels nice. It's nice.
Printed locally, hand printed in Birmingham.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, designed by Kev Gray. We're so happy with them.
Yeah, I love it. I wear them all the time.
So do I, and it feels a bit weird wearing your own merch, but
I do feel a bit like a bell. Like, not so much when I'm out and about, but more like on the podcast. I'm like, oh. But it's a fucking awesome t-shirt.
Awesome t-shirt. So how's things, mate?
Yeah, banging.
Keeping really good?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, mate, wicked. Eating loads, as always.
Mate, don't. It's just non-stop.
It's when Carl was looking through the lists of places he's eaten on his phone. He's like, oh, man, this is why I'm broke. This is ridiculous.
I know what I'm fucking skin.
Where anyone notable?
Notable, yeah. We've got Indian Brewery Tap Room. New place. Like the fact that St. Paul's Market and Indian Brewery Tap Room are right next to each other.
Yeah.
He's so lucky. You can go to both and have a great time in both.
Yeah.
And like if you want to watch sport, like Indian, they've got the giant telly, all in the way, loads of tables, wicked bar, got a little upstairs area that's nice, loads of toilets, and then the food.
It's wizardry. Absolute. Them pizzas.
Loads of people told us about these pizzas, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. Of course, an Indian pizza. Yeah, it'd be nice. Sounds nice. But, fuck, mate, absolutely. We're like, again, I've been a few times, and every time I've had a different pizza or a different side and different stuff, pizzas are phenomenal.
Even like, I think it's just the base. I think even if you
Yeah.
made like a normal Italian style pizza with that base, it would be awesome.
Yeah. But it's sort of like half naan bread, half pizza.
Oh, it's so good.
Just banging toppings
Chewy,
on, like a mixed grill with like shish kebab and chicken tikka, and then the sides, the fried chicken, and
yeah,
it's fantastic.
yeah, I love that place.
Big fan of that place.
Good place to go. The lads, as you said, to watch the football.
Or anyone that likes football, just go.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
any
so
sporting event, if they're going to bang the rugby on, I presume they're going to put the Six Nations and stuff on. I hope so.
That'd be a good shout, actually.
Yeah, book a table there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
if
a
you
bit
want
of
to book a table on a Friday, Saturday, you probably do have to book. You can go and just stand around the place like we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've never booked.
Just like lurching over people.
But them massive long tables, you'll get on somewhere. You get a place.
Yeah, it's good to go with the kids. It's good to go with all your mates, big group, party, just everything. It's like a great place. And then you've got all the beers. You forget that it's a tap room. So you've got all their beer and great guest beers if you wanted something that they haven't got for you. So I can't knock the place out of all. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's one of the best ones to open this year as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Koba,
yeah. I think we talked about it before, but I keep saying, this is what we're saying. I've got no money. I'll keep going. Like, if there's a gig on somewhere or I'm in King's Heath for any reason, I tend to end up at Koba.
Well, he changes the menu often as well.
Yeah.
It's like
sides change.
Yeah, the sides change. I feel like I've had something different every time I've gone, in fact.
I think I have had a different ramen. I don't know if I've had the same ramen twice.
The last one I had a little bit of man flu, didn't I? A little bit of a cold. Not enough to keep me at home, but I was just feeling it coming on, and I thought, I know some ramen that will absolutely just cure me. And it did as well. That chicken soup, it was so good. Whacking the chili oil.
So good. For me, it's the best ramen I've had outside of Japan.
I mean, I've not had a lot, to be honest.
I make a habit of trying to find good places to do because I'm obsessed. I think it's one of the best just bowls of anything you can get.
It's pure comfort food.
It is, yeah.
I mean, even the instant one's pretty good.
Yeah, the one you can
if
buy.
You get the hot one.
This is like
it is a different level to that.
Like just the toppings, and you can choose extras. And again, like everything there is great. Service is fantastic. It's a nice little place as well.
I think we better talk about Rabbit.
We better, because that's the place I go like once a month at the moment.
Yeah, I know it's hard to get in. We know we're going to recommend it, and you're going to say, but I can't get a table.
And you're going to go, you talk about it in every episode. I know you talked about it all last season as well. Like, we don't care. It's so good. I talk about it all the time.
I'm even prouder of it now because we kind of said it would do amazing, and then it has.
Yeah, I mean that's
nothing to do with us. That's just them.
But you could just know it was going to be fantastic. It has changed. The format's different now. It's a taster menu. It wasn't last time we were talking about it.
But that's only made it better.
But you've got a short taster menu or the long taster menu, and they do a drinks pairing now. And the drinks pairing is it's really, really good. And I presume the short menu's good. I wouldn't know. I'm never going to get it.
I'm never ordering the short.
When am I ever going to do that? That's never going to happen, is it? But it's just, we understand it's hard to get in. It's the major thing we hear about, but it's so worth trying and keeping faith with it, because once you get in, you're in, and it's good.
My wife, she's not really into fine dining and stuff like that, but I booked it, and they just happened to have her birthday free a Friday night, and I was like, right, I'll book it. She might not love it. I'm not sure. And then she was a bit nervous about it, but as soon as we went, she absolutely loved it. She wants to go back. She's like, when can we go back?
Oh, my wife's exactly, Sean, she doesn't wax lyric about any food place we've ever been. Yeah, we'll sit there and she'll be telling Ash, like, that was incredible, I love that. And she'll be talking about it on the way home.
Yeah.
And that is not my wife at all. That's how good this place is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Ash and Aaron have a big part to play in that as well, personality-wise, like the fact that it's the counter and they're right in front of you. They're so funny. Like, Ash is like cutting, really razor sharp, funny, man.
Yeah,
You know?
and they know their eggs. They know what they're
Yeah.
doing. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's a great restaurant. I'm so happy we've got it here in Birmingham.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing you only find in London, and that's a shame.
I think I've been 4 or 5 times this year, and I'm going to get before the end of the
Oh
year.
man, I made the vital error of not booking again the last time I went. I was too giddy with how amazing the meal was that I just waltzed out of there, top of the world, and only when I got halfway down the Pershore Road, I thought, oh, I didn't rebook.
No.
What a mistake. Stunning place. So back to today's episode, the awesome Pip of Pip's Hot Sauce fame. Really hope you enjoyed this episode.
It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? And thank you to the Hare and Hounds for letting us use
Yeah.
the upstairs room 2. Like, there was no question, was there, when we asked, do you mind if we use one of your rooms? They were like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sound.
Like, they're
Brilliant.
so nice. And go to the Hare and Hounds, the food's banging, the roast is the Sunday roast.
Well, we ate there afterwards, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we
We went
did, yeah.
downstairs and that, and it was like
Cuban sandwich,
Oh.
just sick. I think we brought it up a lot last year as well. But even the burger, like everything, and then the Guinness is cracking. They've always got good tunes, and the bar's beautiful. It's one of my absolute favourite happy places. I'm always over the moon.
I know not many people are going to be interested in this, but it has a really good alcohol-free selection.
Yeah, there's
It
more
really
and more
does.
people all the time
it
interested in
does.
that.
I'm telling you, man. It's not
It's a-
just the basics. They've got some
No.
good stuff in there.
It's probably the one place I'd cry my eyes out if it closed down.
Oh, yeah.
It's got everything. Just all the amount of gigs I go to, half of them are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's got everything. But yeah, thank you, Aaron Hounds, for letting us use that. It meant a lot.
Yeah. And thanks for Pip for doing this again.
Yeah.
It's one thing doing it once and knowing the torture, but having to do it again. Hope you all enjoy.
Oh God, I piss people off all the time. That's what you do. It's just being a woman doing stuff.
That's enough to piss a lot of people off,
Yeah.
especially at the moment.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? Fuck it.
Not a lot you can really do.
No,
is there?
and also I'm not really into self-help at all or anything like that. But my friend Carrie, who's a fucking character on her own, she runs a natural undertakers. Yeah.
A
obviously.
natural undertaker.
Yeah,
But also,
it's
a name like Carrie, you can't have a normal job. Like.
Exactly. And I was having a bit of a moan a couple of months ago now. We just bumped into each other in the road, and she just got back from Edinburgh from an Undertakers conference that she has to kind of do every now and again. And you can imagine what an Undertakers conference is. But she was saying like she always finds her people there, and they'd gone out on the piss one night, and they were bitching, moaning, chatting about people, and then somebody's just like, let them. You know, they're not fucking. If you can't do anything about it, why are you spending any emotional energy on them? Just fucking let them. It doesn't matter. Let them. And so, and it is this whole self-help thing. So I got the audiobook, and I never do shit like this. And it's very American and stuff like that. But it just struck a chord, and it's just like, fuck it. Let them. Can't do anything about it. Just concentrate on the shit you can do stuff about.
What's the book called?
Okay,
Let Them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let them. Let them do it.
Sure,
It's like, how the fuck can and I've basically told you exactly what it's about. So how the fuck can this woman somehow masterfully made an entire book out of it? Basically that. So that's fair play, man. But let them.
I love self-help books, so I don't know why.
Do you?
Yeah, I love
My
them.
wife
fucking hate them.
loads of
So I
them.
can't believe that I
Tons.
listened to that.
Tons
I
and
was-
business books for no reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
just for,
man, I
like
can't stand
them.
it.
I enjoy
My fucking I hate it. I hate it almost as much as I hate Only Fools and Horses and Friends. Is the expression entrepreneur.
So I was going to start the podcast by talking about pips, but I want to know how can you hate Only Fools and Horses?
Because it's fucking
And
shit.
Friends.
Oh,
And Friends.
because it's really fucking horribly smug cringe bollocks. There you go.
No.
Yeah, it's awful trash.
Oh.
Awful trash.
See, I quite like trash there. Well, she reads a lot of self-help books, and she's got one about stoicism. Yeah, we've been stoic.
Oh, that's bad.
And she's obsessed with trying to be like that at the moment, which is good. It's a good thing to be, but that's the same. Just letting
Just
shit
let
wash
them.
over you.
Yeah. It's the same
Don't worry
thing.
about it.
Yeah.
Do you like stoicism just out of interest? Or is that shit as well?
What?
Stoicism?
Yeah, I think that's a bit alright.
I think we should get a bit of it, but you know then when you get too much of it and people are just like, you've got to be bulletproof and the saddest thing in the world happens to you. You can only control how you feel about that. So make sure you
I think there's there's a fine line between being stoic and being pragmatic about things, and I think you can be a bit of stoicism crosses into being pragmatic about things and pivoting when you need to and stuff like that, and it goes for practically and emotionally, and I think you just have to do that, and you have to be like that if you're doing anything on your own and sticking your neck out to make things happen anyway. So yeah, it's just life, isn't it? You've just got to pick yourself up, dust yourself down and go, right, what am I doing? I don't need to know what everybody else is thinking about what I'm doing at the moment. I just need to crack on and make it happen.
I did never in my wildest dreams believe that this was how this podcast was going to start. But so what I was to say is, they always say, you hear that a lot of these techie people and people into stoicism, they say, it's really important to be cheerful when there's nothing to be cheerful about. And I'd say that's pretty good advice if you're a business owner. Is that something you find hard, easy to do? Or
I think there's a difference between being cheerful and having a positive mindset. I mean, I'm not into faux cheerfulness all the time. And sometimes you need to get stuff off your chest. Do you know what I mean? Just like, oh, the weather's driving me mad, and this is happening, and that's happened. But that getting stuff off your chest is not the same as being really negative, is it? And so I'm not really into being cheerful for the sake of it all the time. And I think as I said, I think there's a massive difference between being cheerful and having a positive mindset. So, but having a positive mindset is really important, isn't it? I mean, when shit happens, just going, okay, this is crap, but I'm actually learning some stuff as I deal with it, and moving forward with some extra knowledge. So, because if you think about how fast we've done quite a lot of new things recently, and the circumstances that they've happened around, like both me and then Matt had some major health crises and different things like that have happened, and they've almost been sort of triggers for us doing things and creating more things and stuff like that. You have to have a positive mindset and to go, right, well, okay, we got through that shit. Fucking hell, that's really clever of us. Let's go do some more. Let's push ourselves.
do you have any techniques or I don't want to say obviously that sounds really bad now, but a gratitude journal or
You knew the answer was going to be no to
sounds
that.
like homework. Fuck that. I've got enough shit going on.
What's in your journal, Pip?
Lots of swearing.
No, I didn't mean a
hang
diary.
on, I've got a little heart-shaped lock on it, and it's got My Little Pony on the front. Let's get it out. I'm going to get one now next time I see you.
No, not like a journal just for your daily diary. Just before you get to sleep and think of one or two things that have been positive in your day.
No, we do ask my daughter. We've got in the habit of asking my daughter 3 questions before bed. What was her favourite thing about today? What was the worst thing about the day? And is there anything else she wants to talk about before she goes to bed? And we'll ask her that. That's the last thing we do before we leave her.
Oh my God! If
Just
we
to
done
get
that
anything off her mind.
if we done that to Neve, she wouldn't go to bed.
Oh, no,
anything else you want to talk about, stop a bit for 3 hours. Then, wow.
She knows to not try and string it out. Sometimes she does. Some of the time she's like, "No, I'm fine, thank you." No, all right.
I think that's really, really positive, though.
Oh, do. If
Yeah,
she's
it's
worried
really
about
good.
anything or anything on her mind before she goes to sleep, and I'll
It's
get
a
rid of
safe
it.
space, isn't it, to say, yeah.
So
That's
I enjoy that.
lovely. That's
And the
really
answers
cool.
are always entertaining. So.
Oh, well, I bet you get some. To say this is basically your way of getting some comedy gold out at the end of your day. Yeah. Nice dadding. Top
See,
dadding.
you all laughed when I said it, but that's what I was getting at. Something nice like that.
I don't do it.
You're just like a guru, aren't you?
Another thing I picked up on at the beginning there when you were saying you got to focus on yourself, not worry about what other people are doing. Obviously, social media is a big part of Pip's.
Yeah.
How do you find doing that?
I will hold my hands up and say I'm absolutely terrible at it. With the artisan markets, I've got somebody else doing it. Izzy from Izzy Kennedy Draws. She's taken it on board, and there are some things that basically, because when I started it was just going to be one little market at the end of the road. So now, as it's grown, things about the design and stuff like that which will need to be changed to make her life easier and to make that work. So that's all kind of my grown-up head thinking properly about what needs to be done. On the Pip side, I don't take a mature and grown-up attitude to it. I just go, oh God, I've got to do something on there occasionally. And that, I hold my hands up and say, yeah, it's shocking. And I'm not very good at it. And I really, it's always on my to-do list and never gets done because I fucking hate it. And that is the problem with doing lots of things, that it's really easy to just keep bouncing something to the bottom of a never-ending to-do list and not actually deal with it.
You must have a big whiteboard up somewhere with everything planned out.
Oh, yeah.
And stickers everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Totally. A friend who is a project manager created me a calendar, and I do use that. And to be honest, it's made this year a little bit easier. But I know that I'm taking baby steps with that sort of organisation. So I think that's something that I'm going to work on and develop and stuff like that. But, you know, knowing your weak areas is half the problem.
Well, at least you've recognised what you need to do and you're focusing on. If that's an area you think you need to improve on, at least you're trying to improve it.
Yeah, definitely.
There's nothing worse than people that know something's wrong and do absolutely nothing
or
about it. Or
people who just think they're brilliant and don't know where their weak areas
they think
are.
they're brilliant.
Yeah. I'm almost jealous of those people that are confident.
I'm always jealous of the people that you talk about world events, like you talk about what's going on in Palestine, and they're like, oh, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And you're like, I kind of envy that just level of just knowing nothing about I'd kind of, I mean, it's not me, but
No.
I do envy it a little bit, just having no awareness of how shit things are.
Yeah, well, it's that's what comes from the mouths of a parent, though, doesn't it? You know, you're aware of things and it gives you the fear.
It's a bit like the steak, isn't it, on the Matrix?
Yeah.
I know the Matrix.
Never seen the Matrix.
You've never seen.
There were so many films I've never seen.
You know what? I understand with the Matrix. That's not for everyone. To be fair, I wouldn't like Siobhan. You'd love this film. She's not gonna like that film.
There's a bit where basically, I can't even explain. It's too complicated. It's too ridiculous.
There's basically a scene where a person's eating a steak, and it does come up a lot. And if someone says, "Oh, it's like the steak in the Matrix," it's basically the best looking steak anyone's ever had in their life.
This guy is in a computer simulation of the world, eating this perfect steak.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know that the computer is telling my brain now in the real world that this steak is juicy and delicious. And I know that that is absolute bullshit and it's not real. But sometimes, and then he eats the steak and goes, ignorance is bliss. That would be that. I would love that. Do you ever get negativity online?
A little bit, yeah. But that's just half of the course, isn't it? I mean, sadly, I don't understand how some people take it on board, because people aren't themselves online, are they, at all? And they tend to do it in public places as well. So like, I have to, and I said to Izzy when she took over doing the social media bits for me, is that don't worry about the Facebook stuff. I'll do the sharing for that, because I have to be in so many local Facebook groups. And like, honestly, my Facebook feed is like a fucking hate crime. When Reform did so well at the local elections and everyone was like, I can't believe it. I'm like, I fucking can.
Yeah.
You want to see like what's coming up in the feed from all these local groups. And people are just, like, you've got people who don't really understand. I mean, I don't understand Facebook or social media or Instagram or TikTok at all. But you've got people who really, really don't understand it. And how they interpret every single thing they read off a screen as being real. You've got those sort of people. And then you've got the people who think that they've got this fun sport called trolling. And they really genuinely do think that it's like a little sport. I've come across one of those actually, who, in a roundabout way, I found out somebody who knows them, and it's like almost like a mental health thing. He genuinely thinks it's a hobby. It's really, really, really weird. So you've got all sorts of characters, but it's all bollocks, isn't it? And none of it's real, and you don't take it to heart. And, you know, whatevs. And I hate all this living online and stuff like that. Just last week, I'd forgotten for over a week to put a post on the Pips.source page. So I just bunged on this picture with that had my face in it. because I know that if it's got my face in it, it's got absolutely fuck all to do with what I'm talking about in the text. You instantly get 100 more likes, and it's like, why? That's got nothing to do with these products or anything like that. It just makes no sense. But it's just how people react to it. So don't get it. It's all weird, and people talk bollocks on it.
Like, I'm massive, as I said, into them kind of books and stuff, and I feel like I could do a whole business podcast about that with you, but alternative business podcast, where you're just tearing it to shreds.
Well, with me just saying it's bollocks.
Yeah, this is fuck, that's bollocks. But obviously, this isn't a techie broski podcast. This is a food podcast.
Yeah,
and
just as well.
We're meant to
I'd
start.
be sitting here like,
yeah. So obviously, I want to start properly this time by welcoming you back on Breaking Bread, second time.
Thank you. It's very good to be here.
It's nice. I think we call each other friends now. You know, we've met up
definitely.
a few times.
Yeah.
And
I think second guest should get a prize.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I wish
Was
you'd said
that
that
the
a week
t-shirt?
ago.
Was that the t-shirt that you gave me earlier? My rather lovely t-shirt.
Well, we were giving you that anyway, so that's
go.
yeah. If you'd gave me warning, maybe I could have.
Well, don't tell the other people who've been on twice.
Yeah. My lovely t-shirt. If I hadn't have been wearing a boiler suit, I would have put this on there because I love it. We've got the floozy and everything. Great.
Yeah, we're
Nice
really
work,
happy
boys.
with it. Kev Gray designed it. I can't take any of the artistic credit. It was,
It's awesome.
It's fantastic.
You've got Aussie on there as well. The bull. Love it. I will wear this with pride.
And obviously, thanks to the Hare and Hounds for letting us record today. What a lovely place.
Very
Get
kind
that
of them.
fucking-
How lucky am I to have this at the end of my road?
Yeah.
You've got the best pub in the whole of Birmingham
It's
at the
not
end
just
of
the
your
best
road.
pub, it's one of the best music venues in the country as well.
Easily.
So,
We
They
were
have
saying
such
that
good bands on as well.
it's affordable as well. It's one of the last bastions of affordable live music. It's
yeah, but
so
you can have a
expensive.
proper night out here as well.
Yeah,
So-
I think a gig's about £15. Like,
I mean,
some are lower, some are more. Like, it's cheap. Great food.
Oh,
Guinness is
last
banging.
artisan market, I had the brunch. Have you had the brunch yet?
No,
Fucking
good.
banging. Right, so I kind of went a bit off piece. So I'm veggie, well pesky, but I had they did the vegan one had a bagel, whereas the other ones have brioche, and I'm not a fan of brioche. So I got the vegan one, but I got them to put most of the veggie bits on it and an egg, and it was absolutely amazing. Oh, obviously with loads of pip sauce.
We could hear the chef swearing at the waiter putting that one through. They're like, no changes.
Yeah, hang on, it's for Pip. Oh shit, do it.
No, we love the food here.
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, we're in after this.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't wait.
Good.
So, for anyone who didn't listen to our first original episode, firstly, what a fuck now. Go and listen to that. Go and listen to that. But halfway through the podcast in podcast fashion, do you want to tell us a little bit about you and Pips?
Well, you know who I am. I'm Pip. And started off in the food scene in Birmingham making Pip's hot sauce, which is a multi-award-winning small batch hot sauce. We do, I think it's 10 or 11 different things now. Different sauces and oils, and we do some rubs and stuff like that. And we're predominantly markets. I mean, we're small fry, and that's how we like it, to be honest with you, because it gives us the independence and the freedom to, be pragmatic and to, get involved and be very much part of the Birmingham scene. So, and that's really important to us. So, but we do supply some sort of wholesale, not just doing markets. We supply here and the Plough, who are our first ever customer, and places like Cherry Reds and Little Independents and stuff like that. But then you can find us as well at my other time vampire child, the Birmingham Artisan Markets. So we pop up all over the place.
It started with Boca Diablo.
La Boca del Diablo, yeah. So that started one very hungover lunch in the Plough. God, I haven't told this story for so fucking long, and I used to have to rattle it.
Probably when you told us.
Yeah, it probably was actually. So we were having lunch in the Plough, really hungover, and I was moaning and bitching my head off. And to get me to shut up, Matt got me to write a list of what would be my ideal chili sauce on the back of a napkin. So I did that list, and then because I was doing a lot of bimbling around the kitchen and stuff like that at the time. So I went home and I made it and I varied the recipe and I tweaked it and stuff. And actually, I kind of focus grouped at Blues Club at the Hair a couple of times, and people loved it. And I jarred it up and gave it to loads of people for Christmas, and one person was like, oh, give me more of this stuff, give me more. A friend designed a label because he promised to do when he was less than sober, and then I had a bottle in my handbag and we were using it at the Plough, and Adam caught wind of it, tried it, and I thought he was going to tell us off for using our own sauce, and he didn't. He ordered 128 bottles and that was it.
Nice.
I know, it started from there, so I don't. It's bonkers when you look back at it, how it's all happened and how one thing's led to another, and yeah, it's mad. I think I was at a really good time for collaborative working and for new things developing, and I was really lucky that I was in that time when there was a kind of a breath of fresh air happening in the food scene in Birmingham. So yeah, I was definitely lucky.
When was that, like 2012 or something?
Something like that, yeah. God fucking
Because that's like, I would say like 2012 was like ground zero. It's like where Digbeth Dining started.
Yeah, it was. It was all at the same time. Yeah.
Independent Birmingham. I Choose Birmingham came along, and then loads.
I remember meeting Joe in the Crown Crown in Digbeth. Yeah,
the old Crown.
And him saying what he was doing, and I was kind of, what? I don't get it. Yeah, I'm the typical Brummie, like, no, don't understand. So it was very much around that time.
And now you've got the 10 sauces. Is the Queen's Heath one your latest?
It is actually. It's one of those ones where we feel like it's been around for ages. But it was a year ago this week that we brought it out, the Pink Pounder, which the name, by the way, was Fat Butcher. He came up with the name. So I haven't appropriated queer culture or anything like that.
It's an incredible sauce. I mean, I think they all are. I've got
that
different
one's
ones.
Matt's recipe, by the way.
I've got different ones for different things that are my favourite.
Nice.
So the snake oil one's my absolute number one. I could use that on pretty much anything. Yeah. And then Nagatropolis. That's my breakfast one.
Oh, nice.
If I'm having eggs or anything like that, I'll have that with that one. And then this one, chicken, anything chicken. That just goes incredible.
Nice. I have Nagatropolis on everything. I'm such a fucking creature of habit. What about you? What do you have?
Yeah, Nagatropolis is my main go-to for most things. That's for chicken, as you said.
Yeah.
That's fantastic on chicken, but Nagatropolis on eggs.
Nice.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Poached egg. Mwah.
Yeah, they're my favourites. And then when you do them, the pickled onions.
Oh God, the pickled onions!
So good.
So I found last year a company in France that do fresh peeled small onions, because you can get them frozen, but you can't get them fresh, and I'm just not comfortable using frozens. But you have to. The quantity is just insane. It's like an articulated lorry with one. And I was genuinely thinking, should I? And then it was like, no, don't be fucking stupid.
I'd buy a lot of them.
Yeah.
Saying that a jar does last a while.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, you'd have to be insane to get through that quick, wouldn't you?
Well, I chop them up and put them on
So do we.
things. I don't just eat a whole one like that.
God,
Like I have
no.
done.
Have you?
But
Was that before
like
you
on a
knew any
cheese
better?
board, I'll have them on the side. But I tend to chop them up and put them on things.
Yeah. Making an awesome cheese toasty.
Yeah, and I save the vinegar as well.
Oh yeah,
And put that in stir fries and stuff like that.
Really good if you're making a curry. If you're what's the hot curry called?
Vindaloo.
Vindaloo. Yeah, use the vinegar from the pickled
I haven't
onions.
thought about that. That's a
Oh
good
yeah,
shout.
it's banging.
So I do make a
Do you know-
vindaloo.
I haven't made one for ages, actually, and it's just like I'm just like, oh God, I've got to make one.
I've got it saved in the fridge, specially
There you go.
bottled.
There you go. Yeah, do it.
For
Try
special
it.
occasions only.
Excellent. Dad's special vinegar.
Have you ever been tempted to make a ridiculously hot one? You know the ones that people buy just because they're that hot.
Not really, because you're not going to use it, and people kind of, if you're not going to eat it, and use it all the time. It doesn't really excite me. It's just a novelty product, and it's just kind of ripping people off a little bit, isn't it?
Because a lot of them they're just chemicals, aren't they?
Yeah.
That people are putting in to make
extracts
them
and stuff
out.
like that, or things that call themselves extracts that aren't. And it's just people buy it to go, whoa, and then like it sits in your cupboard until you have a cupboard clear out in 10 years' time. Do you know what I mean? It's just like it seems to just not very genuine.
No, I know what you mean. So, I'm one of them dickheads. If someone tells me this is the hottest hot sauce in the world, we went to the hot sauce festival and
I had to carry him to the door to get some fresh air. It was like,
I'll try this one, and if someone tells me this is the hottest one you can get, I'll be like, right, I'm definitely trying it. 100%, I have to try it. I know. This is like, what's wrong with you? Why do you think that's a good idea? And in my head, I'm like, why wouldn't I try it? Someone says that's ridiculously hot. I've got to try it.
I've got a fairly good tolerance, but I'm like, I don't really need to push it.
Yeah.
I'm like, fine. I'm okay with Negatropolis. That's fine.
I just want to know. But there's a thing. Anything when someone says something, I'm like, right, yeah, I want to try that.
So if I say jump off this cliff,
no, within reason. More sensory.
Not certain death. You're right. Certain death.
Yeah.
He likes to push it.
Yeah. Nothing
there might
athletic.
be something bouncy.
Yeah. Obviously, the main reason we got you back on, well, not the main, I mean, we just love chatting to you, but
thanks, guys.
obviously, we thought it would be a good idea to do another podcast to talk about artisan markets.
Yes.
We finished the last episode. We didn't talk about it on the episode, but I think straight after recording, you were like, I've got something massive coming up. I'm going to start something really cool.
Was it then? I think it was. I was starting to think about it because when this started, we were talking about like when I had my operation 3 years ago. So basically, I've been toying with the idea of starting something up, and I think I was kind of. You were like the embryotic sort of chatting, like I think I would like to do this at some point, and blah 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 blah. And then basically, I was lying in hospital on a morphine drip, a self-serve morphine drip.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I know. Matt came in to see me, and I don't remember him coming in. I'm like, it's not working. He's like, it's because you keep pressing it up. Emailed George at Attic and said, can I book a market? I want to do a market. I want to organise a market. And I was so off my tits that I organised it for my birthday in about a month's time, a month or so and a bit's time. Lying there, tripping my balls off and booking a market. So I started doing it at Attic Brew, and it was just lovely. It was just really cool. And it was just like the first one, it was like mega. I was like shitting myself. And I'd totally forgotten I'd booked it on my birthday. I was like, what the hell have I done? Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, it was like the worst birthday party ever because when you're thinking like, is everybody going to turn up? Like that, but you're responsible for all these other small businesses as well. So you're like, is anybody going to turn up and spend money with these other small businesses? So it's like that tenfold, and not the most stress-free way of waking up on your birthday. And it was fucking brilliant. It was blinding, and it was such a buzz, and it was great. And, all the traders loved the way it was organised, the way that we did it. Just because I know people, we can talk to the right people about how to talk about it and get out there and knowing the decent traders and, all the rest of it. And helping people out with like, well, you're quite new, so have you thought about doing this? Have you thought about doing that? It all just came together lovely, and just from that, it built up to like, actually, let's fucking go for it. But there's more to that.
Was it hard to get the traders on that first one to trust you to say like, because it was something new, or did they just know you from obviously doing the markets?
Well, I've known a lot of them for a very long time, and you make some real friendships on the circuit. And you rub some people up the wrong way, but that's life. But so a lot of them were. I wonder now, looking back on it, if because it was quite a vulnerable time because I'd had that big operation, whether a few of them felt sorry for me. And we're just like, oh, poor Pip. She's, her head's in a funny place at the moment. Let's just go and do this. No, I don't know. I think as well, though, actually, it was a weird kind of time because it was in that post-COVID bubble as well, which was crazy times. So a lot of events were being pushed a little bit to the point where they weren't being thought of with traders' best interests at heart necessarily. A lot of that was just through completely lack of understanding of what it's like to be a trader. So, you know, I wanted to do something that was trader centric, and that was the most important thing to me. So I think that's what carried it along mainly, and the fact that we didn't start big. You know, we started quite small at Attic in a lovely, friendly, really safe, sort of friendly environment with just a bunch of pals. Really, that's why we called it Pippin Pals at the beginning. So yeah,
I remember that.
So yeah, so I think you came, didn't you? I was pissed by about 11:30, so I don't know. Because that's the other thing about doing a market on your birthday in a brewery. But after that, we did some more, and then I think it got up to around sort of Christmas time. And you know about over lockdown in Kings Heath, they introduced the LTNs, the low traffic neighbourhood schemes, which obviously York Road has been very beneficial from, but it's also made a massive difference to traffic use in the community. But at the same time, there's been a really, really strong anti-response to it. And you know, I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of it was wasn't based on a lot of facts, and it was quite bonkers. It's actually been quite good in terms of markets, because it means that even if you are not going to participate and you're not the typical type, most of Kings Heath is a member of one of the local Facebook pages, so it's the easiest place to advertise to in the world, because there were just so many bonkers characters absolutely going fucking mental, and I mean really mental, about the LTN, that it was just, people were just like, you know, scrolling through the local pages, reading this and pissing themselves laughing, and you know, so they're all on there. But it really, you know, it really caused some division in the community. But at the end of the day, York Road has always, and well, it hasn't always, but well, I don't know. I can only say for as long as I've lived here, which is like 20 odd years, York Road's pretty much been the social hub of the community for a long time. The LTN happened, York Road's been pedestrianised. And you had the need for outdoor space during lockdown, so it really highlighted how much it had been. It was a community space, and it was particularly because people couldn't go inside anywhere. It was a lifeline during lockdown. And coming out of that, it's still maintained its position as a real community space within Kings Heath. So you still had an awful lot of negativity. Now, I don't know if that's still going on or not, because most of them have fucking blocked me now. So my Kings Heath Facebook page is boring, but also really nice and peaceful. I said to Adam, I remember sending Adam from the hair a message, just saying, mate, am I absolutely fucking bonkers? But I think I'd like to organise an artisan market on York Road. What do you think? And he's just like, yeah, you are bonkers, but it's a great idea. Do it. So I did it. So yeah, I set it up, and I got help, support from the bid. Interestingly, some of the shops on York Road that you would think would be all up for it were a bit no. Hopefully they've changed their minds now. Bigger what we were doing beforehand, outside, using proper market stalls, you know, had some support from the bid to make it happen. And we started the Kings Heath Artisan, and it's all gone from there, really. You know, initially it was like, here's this market at the end of my road that I've created, and it's great. But very soon into that journey, I had other places knocking on my door, which I did not expect. And
They came to you, you didn't try and chase anywhere else?
No, they came to me.
Wow.
So, which is really exciting. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's absolutely bonkers, isn't it? We try to keep the stall prices down because we don't. I'm not going to name any names, but there's a regular market that literally it's like, oh, you've had a good day, we'll put the price up and stuff like that. And it's not how it works. We've done projects where we've been working with brand new producers, helping them, supporting them, giving them some advice to, you know, start as a business, start as a market trader. And we're very much open to that. And, you know, if somebody's new, also have you spoken to them? Just on Saturday, actually, there was a fairly newish couple of years business that she's trading. She makes candles, and it was like, well, hot day. Talk to Neil from Neil's Chocolate. He's been going on for ages. Melting issues, chocolate candles. He's your man to talk to, and little things like that, which are no biggie. Just to say this is the person you need to talk to. They can make such a difference to people. So I love doing all that bit. God, I'm such a mom.
But you're the perfect person to organise the market because you've done it for so long yourself. You know exactly what the traders need.
I hope so. I mean, you can't second guess and you can't know everything. And you know, it's a journey, isn't it? You're not going to get everything all right all the time. But I think is accepting that and knowing that is you know, part of it, and not to go, right, no, a lot of people that you've met, and I think I'm more aware of this now from being in a position of managing things. A lot of people like to be a manager more than they do being responsible for making things happen. So that's been quite an interesting insight that I didn't expect to get. And it's about managing is something that just happens when you are responsible for making things happen and being responsible for doing it. So the best of your ability, and learning and being pragmatic when something happens, and, you know, learning to develop and change and take the needs of other people in place. That's the most important thing, isn't it? I think
So, yeah.
God, that
Sounds
was
all right.
deep.
Oh, honestly.
I know what you were saying again about a bro business podcast, you know.
No, that's more genuine. Why do you think it's been such a success? Why is it so successful? Because it has become, it's a highlight of a lot of people's diaries. It's always,
Thank you.
we
It's
come
massive.
to good few. It's always a great atmosphere. It's just a great time, and I don't know how you've built that.
My part in that is the traders that I bring together. But then it's over to them to bring the atmosphere. And so if I know that I've got a really nice bunch of people who aren't misery guts, and they do exist, trust me, I've had to knock them back, who will sit there and scowl at people behind their stalls and stuff like that, or refuse to answer questions, or, you know, I mean, a lot of us small business people, either we have become people who don't play very well with others because we are small lone businesses working on our own, or that's why we've had to become small businesses. So you do get characters whose customer service is absolutely appalling, and they're people that just won't work on our market. You know, you get some great characters, you get some really friendly people, and you get a great atmosphere and a buzz, and, you know, they're what makes the market, and that's where the vibe comes from. And it's location as well. We're fucking lucky on a fantastic location.
It may be a little bit, but then there's other markets, and there's been other markets that have come and gone and failed, and a lot of the traders have been pretty similar. So you must have some kind of influence over the whole thing.
God, I don't know. You know, I'm Brummy. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm fucking brilliant at this or that and the other. It's not our way, is it?
No.
You know, we don't do that. I just think it's like, it's just because I've known everybody for ages, isn't it? And because I think the main difference is that I'm a trader. I've got a unique insight into what it's like to being a small trader that I can't think off the top of my head of any other organisers who are doing the events at the size that we do them at, who's got that. So that must be what makes the difference.
Yeah, you have to be humble and everything, but we can say that we think you're fucking awesome. So.
Sweet.
I just think you're going to make the
Have I gone red?
Not yet. I just think you probably make the traders feel that comfortable, and they know they're in safe hands. They know the person that's organised this knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm going well up in a minute, guys. Well, I hope so. I really hope so, because that's what it's about, isn't it? Like I say, we are small businesses, tiny businesses, micro businesses. I remember when I first started Pips Like Sauce, trying to get some business advice and talking to the chamber and different things like that, and they'd always go, "Oh, you're an entrepreneur," which I fucking hate that word. As I said before, I hate that word as much as I hate friends and only fools and horses, and that's a fucking lot. It's meaningless. It's bullshit. But anyway, they would say that, and then they'd be like, "Oh, you're a startup, so you want to do this?" And it's like, no. I'm tiny, and this is where I am, and this is where I need my help. And we understand that, and these are the businesses that we're dealing with, and we're all in the same boat, so we can share experiences and we can talk to each other. And as I talk to them, my knowledge grows, which I can then share with other people who are new on the scene as well. So hopefully, I mean, you know, I've had grand plans at some point about working on an element of the website where we could have some sort of membership, and, you know, we could offer that support like an NCAS, but not obviously as big bollocks serious stuff as NCAS, because that's like, wow, up there. But like a really small business, small trader sort of info site that we could offer. So, you know, it'd be nice to be able to do something like that at some point, actually from the ground, rather than somebody who doesn't really understand it, hasn't had that lived experience, telling people what they think they should need, because there's been a lot of that in the past, and that's why it's never hit right. So maybe at some point, you know, we'll be in the position to offer that up to people as well. Yeah, it's on the goal sheet.
I would not like to see that goal sheet, and I bet it just gets bigger and bigger all the time.
If I say to Matt's the most terrifying words that Matt will ever hear is, "I've just had an idea." I can feel him twitching from here when he's saying that.
From King's Heath, where was the second? Where did you go from there?
So we started in King's Heath, my firstborn, and then last year, because we had January and February off, because I think doing markets in January and February are basically a form of self-harm, and also because fucking hell, we need the break. Not that we ever get a break, but yeah. And then last year in March, we started the Jewellery Quarter and Bourneville on the third Saturday and the third Sunday. So we St Paul's Square in the Jewellery Quarter, which is stunning. And I mean, Bourneville Green is amazing. It's amazing. And that was an interesting one. So Jewellery Quarter worked with the Church and the Bid. Love the Bid in Jewellery Quarter. Just Luke's amazing. Yeah. Such a good break in there, such a good laugh.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. If anybody ever turns around and goes, "Oh, I don't like him," that's like off my list. Yeah, so Caffeinium, you know, the amazing cafe in Bourneville. Have you had breakfast there?
No, actually, I haven't.
No,
Oh
no.
my! Right, put it on your list. You need to. And the coffee's amazing. They asked us to put the market on there. It's an area that's needed and perfect and absolutely spot on for an artisan market. You've got the green; it's fantastic. It's a really interesting community there. There was a lot of pushback from some members of the community there. So that's been a really interesting journey. So, but we persevere and we get on, and we, you know, I mean, we're doing an artisan market. We're not having a fucking rave, are we? Yeah. So, you know what I mean? You just kind of go, "Am I doing something wrong?" No. Right. So I'll just carry on. So then they opened SEND School in what was the art house, and that became the new, like, oh my God, think of the children. So yeah, so that's kind of, yeah, interesting. But it's great. People don't like change, do they? And somehow an artisan market has changed. But 99% of the community fucking love it.
Can you notice a big difference in the areas when you'd like? Does each area have its little personality?
Oh God, yeah, without a doubt. And there are also some sort of some traders that work in some places that don't work in other places as well. And you would lump an artisan market customer all together and just say they're the same sort of people. And to a degree, we see the same people at every market, because there are some people who will just come to everyone. But you know, those are the people that it's easy to stick in your mind, because like you remember them. So it's quite easy when you're first starting out to just assume that the whole bunch of customers at each site are the ones that are the people that you remember, and then you realise that, oh, actually these are the people that come to all of them, so they're not. So they're kind of throwing your statistics off a little bit. But yeah, they've definitely got different communities. Like Jewellery Quarter's millennials. So we've just done the Jewellery Quarter this Saturday, and I've never seen so many fucking hungover people in my life. We were next to Spirit of Birmingham, and Joni, lovely Joni from Spirit of Birmingham, was you know, talking to people about her wares, and you could I saw two people literally go green, and I've got a really bad hangover. You know, people say that millennials don't drink that much anymore. They do in the Jewellery Quarter.
It's hard not to in the Jewellery Quarter. There's so many good bars.
Yeah.
It is a special place. Do you have any like favourite success stories? You know, like someone who started out and then gone on to do cool things?
Yeah, actually, I was talking to her on Saturday. So Faye Moon Bags, right? She makes these crossbody bags. She's lovely. So in Bourneville, they've got a community hub, right? And because it gets really busy and they're old buildings, the cafe's only got one toilet, so we don't really want to use that. So the community hubs opens up and lets us use the kitchen for hot drinks and stuff like that because they're absolutely lovely. And the traders can use the toilets, but to make it work to cover the staff costs for opening up, they have like a mini market, like a incubators market. And Faye started in there as her first ever market, you know, getting her head around things, and then graduated onto coming outside onto the big boy stalls. Oh, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? But you know what I mean. Well, it's more of a financial commitment, and it's more space, and you have to have more stock. So there's a lot of things, and you have to have your insurance in place properly and different things like that. So it is a bit more of a commitment. And now she's regular, and she does really well, and you see people bags all the time and her branding, she's worked on that, and her presentation, and yeah, she's just come from, you know, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, well, not I don't know what I'm doing, to like, am I doing the right thing, to like, yeah, just like a trooper.
But is there any place you think, oh, I really would love to do that, an artisan market there?
Yeah, there are a couple.
Yeah.
So we started Bearwood this year. That's a new one in Lightwoods Park. Just stunning place. Very, very close to my heart because I used to live on Park Road when I was a teenager. When Matt and I first met at sixth form college, and we used to hang around in the park and up to now. We weren't with each other at the time, but you know, just doing teenage things. Like, you know, I'm not going to go into it. Not that, I mean drinking. But you know what I mean. So yeah, and that community's really changed. So we started in Bearwood this year. So we brought another one onto into the books. And I don't necessarily have I'd like to go do a new one every year because I just don't have the energy. But there's a couple of places that I'm like having the back of my mind going, oh, that's a really nice site. I like there. So yeah, and it's not about that. It's just like, oh, I could see them doing really well there. Or I could see this person would kill it here. And to a degree, that makes me feel like I've got a little bit of responsibility to make it happen if I can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you think like, oh, I bet so-and-so, and so-and-so, and so-and-so. Oh, I can imagine that all those guys would, yeah, they'd really kill it here. It'd be really good for their brand. So it kind of feels like, if I don't make it happen, I'm kind of letting them down, aren't I?
It's great that you care so much about the traders, though. I think that's what one of the big differences.
Do you think it is caring, or do you just think it's like...
Well, I think it's caring, yeah.
If things like this are happening, it's good for Birmingham, and it's good for making it a cool city, it's good for making it a nice vibe, and that ultimately makes me feel great and enjoy being here. So it is kind of selfish if you think about it, really. That's the way I look at it anyway. I mean, this is the problem with I think where you've seen other events where it's been really luck if it happens. And don't get me wrong, our markets aren't fucking brilliant every time. You know, we've had cancelled because of wind. I mean, look at last Christmas, it was a shocker. But, you know, it's not safe. And we've had, you know, the weather's been unkind and people haven't come out and different things like that. So it's not all plain sailing. But in my heart of hearts, I know that I've got the right place. And you've just got to build it till enough people are coming. So I know that I'm not just chucking square pegs at round holes. And if I was just chucking square pegs at round holes, then nothing would have a lifespan, would it? You know, there'd be no point because it wasn't going to last, and it would just be a lot of effort for fuck all on my part, wouldn't it? So it's quite selfish, really.
That's a pretty good segue, you know, into, I just want to talk about botanical gardens.
Botty G's! I love it. What did you think, guys?
Or an event.
Oh,
Just as a day out, like we were on it, obviously,
like,
but just as a day out.
That's such
it
a
was
privilege
good
to be a
crack.
part of that in any kind of way, you know. The whole atmosphere, been out in the gardens for us as well, so we could see it all, like,
Yeah.
and it was like,
It was
everyone
so
having the
busy.
best time.
Bonkers, wasn't it?
Was it far better than you expected?
This is going to sound really strange, but it's not like I have a vision of what the days. Well, I have a vision in terms of how everything's going to play out and stuff like that. But in terms of how many people are going to be there, what the actual vibe is like, I'm so busy and I'm concentrating on so much that I just don't think about that. I think, right, I need to put these things into place, and if everything that happens there, then the rest of it will sort itself out. So, and I just. Yeah, I don't have the time to think that far ahead. It makes me sound like I've got no fucking imagination. Doesn't it? I think it's a bit of emotionally protecting myself as well. So, you know what I mean? There's so much to think about and so much to do that you can't let that sort of stuff squeeze in.
Was that the biggest one you've done?
Yeah, biggest one we've done. More traders, more things going on, booking left foot, having the music, you know. All the rest of it, definitely the biggest one we've done. But, you know, I'm not going to lie, it's piss for me to book left foot and stuff like that because I've known them for years. So, it's not like I had to research and do stuff like that. So I, kind of went that hard. She lies. No, in terms of things like that, it wasn't like I was coming from a fresh page. I kind of had awareness of what to do. And I suppose with the same with the traders, although at that many, and because it was indoor, you can give people who aren't necessarily suited to trading outside a bit more opportunity. So that was quite good to be able to work with traders that I'm not able to work with just because we're outdoors all the time. So that was good. And I've learnt loads of stuff and we're tweaking loads of stuff for next time. So that's good. So, yeah. Like I remember saying to you at the time that, I'm like a swan, come on the top, fucking mental, isn't he? And you guys got to see that for the first time, didn't you? You were saying earlier that you always see me really calm, and I was like, what? Because I don't think I'm ever calm.
It was different though, because we normally turn up to like artisan market halfway through the day when it's all nice and everything's happening, and while it's going on, we don't get to see the carnage of setting up and behind the scenes.
I've
and
got
just
to say,
seeing that
new site as well, so that was particularly like frantic. But we got the job done.
It was all right for us. We were on our jollies, but like these poor people have to do this all the time to make their living. I was like, I take my hat off to you.
Yeah, well, you've got to, because they're setting up from like everything, a total shop in one day, and then taking it down at the end of the day. So, they're the director, they're the logistics officer, they're the stock control, they're the salesperson, everything. And it's glib when you list all that off. Because it sounds like, it just sounds like, it's almost like saying something like, oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, or, those sort of things that you find on a notice board in Home Bargains or something like that. But actually it's true. And almost this kind of like twee sort of sentimentality about it has taken away from the fact that the micro businesses really are doing all of that, and it's nice that you guys, particularly in a position where you're talking to lots of people, you're talking to the public, you're doing podcasts, for you to get to see that and to share that experience of what being a micro business person is, and to just tell people to fucking appreciate your micro businesses a bit. Like all the allies we can, particularly the COVID bubble, it's burst, it's fully burst. Everybody spoke about Cosy Lives 2 years ago, but our customers, let's face it, we're dealing with the squeezed middle classes here, and these are the people that I'm not throwing any sympathy or saying poor middle class people or whatever. But they are squeezed, and it's not vocalised because it's not as urgent. Well, it's not urgent compared to people who are on the breadline who really suffered. But these are the people that we typically buy from our micro businesses, and they are in the position now where they're still doing stuff, but they're not doing everything. There will be one treat. It will be a meal or shopping at an artisan market. It will be the kids' classes or going to do this, whereas it would have been everything beforehand. So there are cuts all over the place, and that's where it affects our small traders. So we need all the advocates we can get.
It was a long day, wasn't it?
Terrifying.
Yeah,
Terrifying.
really.
Long day. I had to sit down most of the Sunday after. I was knackered.
Well, that was nothing. The next one's going to go 10 till 8 for the August one.
10 till 8.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
So are you really glad that you're fucking off on holiday?
We dodged that one. Good work.
I just went in the pub after and I just sat down. I usually stand at the bar and I was like, lads, I'm going to have to sit down. And just sat there. I was like,
Absolute
I was
part-time.
like, oh, God.
I can't remember. I think I told you at some point what my step count was. The only reason that I bought this watch is because I've started doing markets. I started running markets. It's like, oh, what's my step count?
You came to me midday. I'm sure it was like midway through the day, and it was like 37,000 or something like that. And I was like, I wasn't surprised either.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
So-
bad. Well, if I do
That's
another
how
one,
I
I
lost
won't.
some weight in the last couple of years, and not joking. It's like Pip's diet plan. Start an artisan market.
stressing a million steps a weekend.
It's brilliant. It's really good for you.
So this podcast goes out. It will be after the next artisan market. But then, if you've missed that one and the first one, don't worry about it because there's more.
Yeah, second. So the next, you've got August 2nd is the 10 till 8 one, and then we're back to the 10 till 5 for the first Saturday in October. And then the last one of 2025 will be on the first Saturday and Sunday of December. But we're going 10 till 3 then. That's why we split it over 2 days, because you've got the light show in the garden afterwards, so you can really make a really good day of that. So yeah, I'm really excited. Botanical Gardens is, I mean, it sounds cliche, but it is really a special place. When I was a kid and we used to live in flats and stuff like that, it was the green space that we went to. You know, so, and a lot of families are like that, and individuals across Birmingham. You know, Matt used to take Jude there all the time when he was a lad. So, you know, everybody's got that relation. It's interesting. It's one of the reasons why it's quite a new experience for me, because I had to be really considering the fact that as a venue, lots of different individuals have got their own relationship. It's very, very personal and quite possessive. You know, that this is what the Botanical Gardens is to me. So when, for instance, talking to Left Foot, getting the music in, I had to, you know, they were the obvious choice because it was something that had to be good, really good vibe, but also, you know, to be able to know that they weren't going to come out with anything random that was going to offend somebody like Matt's mum, who, you know, has a relationship with the gardens. And, you know, so it's got to be something that's pleasing for everybody. So, but still good. So yeah, so that was an interesting one that I'd not had to really think about beforehand. So, but I think we nailed it.
Oh, that was a great day. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Everyone that was there said it was fantastic. I mean, we've done the mini episode where we spoke to quite a few people.
Yeah.
How much fun they were having. Have you got any more events coming up other than the Botanical?
So
Has it whetted the appetite for doing more stuff like that? Or
yeah, I mean, we've booked in next year as well with Botanical.
Oh,
So
nice.
even though they're having all their big structural changes as well, so that's going to be good. And we've got Queen's Heath coming up on the 6th of July, which is obviously before this after this podcast. No, before this podcast. Yeah, sorry. So we've got that coming up. Yeah, it's interesting. I think in terms of big events, that's probably enough for me this year. Who knows what will turn up around Christmas? We'll wait and see. But I'm not going to. You've got to remember that I'm really wet behind the ears doing this, and I've learned in a really, really short amount of time. You know, we haven't been going for 3 years. This is part of our 3 year. And if you think about the first year, we were only doing one market in my backyard, basically. So we are the babiest of baby event companies. So last year I worked with an area in Birmingham to put something on, and I learned so much about working with companies like that. So I wouldn't do that again. So, but you know, it's part of the process, it's part of the learning curve. And it stood me in a position where I know when to say no a lot more. Whereas when you're really, really new, you just go yes to everything, don't you?
yeah.
But now I've kind of got a little bit more awareness to go, that's not going to work for my people. Because I look at myself more as a representative of the micro businesses I'm working with, which probably makes me sound like a bit of a twat, but yeah. Because I could say, oh yeah, that's great for my brand. But actually, if it's not great for the traders that I'm working with, it's not going to work.
Yeah. On my notes, I've just wrote. I think I wrote food truck in massive letters and question mark. Because I know nothing about it, but I know you kind of mentioned it, and I'm not even sure you want to talk about it. So
No,
you could edit
I'm
this
happy
out,
to,
I'm not
because by the
sure.
time this comes out, it will have happened. So I got a little tiny bit of funding. So a conversation with somebody that was working with me about food trucks and jacket potatoes. And I didn't actually realise when we were having this conversation about what happened with like Spudman and things like that. And I've since looked, and it's like, okay, obviously a lot of people are interested in spuds right now. But this opportunity came up, and I wrote a bid to start up a baked potato business that would basically, for a year, give people who are interested in being self-employed, working in hospitality, some basic level 2 food hygiene training and an opportunity to have some work experience. Come and do a day, start to finish, see what it's like. You know, this micro business experience where you have to do everything from logistics to, you know, cashing at the end of the day, all the customer services, food handling, everything in between. So it's a teeny pot of funding, but we got it. We were on holiday, and I'm like, oh, fucking hell. And Matt's just like, oh God, eyes spinning. Here she goes again. Anyway, then I realised how fucking heavy potato ovens are, and that carrying that around and setting it up in a gazebo every day is not going to work. But well, do you know what? It doesn't matter, because there's an element of self-funding, because you know you've got a food business that's bringing money in, so it doesn't matter if I overspend on that, because I can still afford to give people the work experience and to pay for their training, because there's money coming into it. So I'll spend the budget. So I bought a food trader, and things being sorted out this week. We're going to soft launch it on the 3rd. And then hard launch it at Queen's Heath. It's called Jewellery Quarter. We're doing baked potatoes, veggie with a small V, because we're not going to shout about it, but you know, I mean, veggie's a B. It's going to be really good, really healthy, really nutritious, not taking the piss with the prices. And we're going to give people opportunity to do some basic training and to experience what it's like working, and from start to finish, the street food experience. It's all about the soft skills, really, isn't it? Because basically churning out baked potatoes is fairly straightforward, but it's all those other unspoken about that you can't teach in a classroom, sort of soft skills that you need to, and that's what we'll be able to offer. We a couple of months ago, just after we bought the van, I was talking to Phoebe Robinson, who I know Phoebe because we're working on a kids recipe book together. Because of course, why not? Let's do that as well. Because I'm delivering some kids cooking schools over the summer as well, because you know I've got loads of time on my hand, and yeah, just why not? We were going to do workbooks, and then turned out it's like, actually let's just make it into a cookbook. So Phoebe Robinson's illustrating that for me. So we were talking, bumped into her when she was painting the windows at the Duke at the road, and we were chatting, and she was like, do you know what I'd really love to do? I'd love to paint a food truck. I'm like, really? Follow me. And she's just finished painting it, and it's absolutely brilliant. You know,
Stunning.
Phoebe's style, it's quite it's fun, it just makes you smile. So yeah, it's just awesome. So I'm really chuffed about that as well. And the best thing is, we didn't think about this, so the launch, proper launch, not the soft launch, at Queen's Heath, who designed the posters and everything and the logos for Queen's Heath? Phoebe Robinson. So that's a nice little full circle there. Interestingly, through that, we've also identified an opportunity to work with STEM school groups as well, and refugee ladies and different things like that. So yeah. I am really excited to get that going. We've just booked in October to do the pop-up at Attic as well. So
what's the name of it? It sounds awesome.
Spudulika.
Spudulika.
So basically, that's the name of one of Wayne Slob's kids from Harry Enfield and Friends, which I didn't realise. But it's from an old joke from Victoria Wood's sketch where they were too posh to say Spudulike. So yeah.
Awesome. So we took a lot of your time, which is very limited, obviously.
That's right. This is like me having a bit of a holiday.
Oh, I sound knackered. Just your days, your
Yeah.
whole life just sounds so knackering to me.
Exhausting.
It's fun though, and I get to work with my best friends. So, and
Yeah.
you know, and like considering the fact that he's had such a massive health issues and stuff like that, it's fucking awesome, isn't it?
Mm.
So. It'd be
That's
nice
great.
not to have a fucking warehouse in the house, though.
These
Okay.
are questions
Right.
about Birmingham, the closest you can get to Birmingham anyway. What's your favourite dish that you cook at home?
At the moment, it's black bean chili made with shredded juicy marble steaks, which
Ooh.
are vegan steaks. They're fucking lovely.
What's that?
They need to be. They're really expensive. Juicy marbles, fucking lovely.
I don't know what's juicy marble.
They're vegan steaks and they're
Right.
absolutely delicious. And like shred them in a black bean chili.
Do you still make the dad sandwich?
Oh my god, the dad sandwich! You know, I forgot about that. I haven't made one for ages, but I might have to make one now.
Yeah. So the dad-
Peanut butter cheese and Marmite with nagatropolis. And if you want to go posh, toast it.
Wow.
I've just done a mouth squirt.
You've done the same. Because I listened to the whole episode last week just to catch up for this, and I was like, I forgot all about that dad sandwich. I never made it. I need to make
You've
that.
said it, yeah.
Oh my god, we're gonna have to go online and share a dad sandwich experience.
Yeah.
Toasted or raw?
I think
Toasted.
toasted.
I
Be a
don't wanna I don't
special
wanna
on
be
the
posh,
spud.
but-
On the spud truck.
Oh.
Little under off menu item.
Well, one of the things that we're going to do actually is we're going to invite collaborations from time to time, mainly because it will sometimes give us a meat option when I'm not going to bang that out all the time because I don't eat it myself. It would be it wouldn't be genuine of us to do that. But we're going to invite collabs. So Bite Your Brum's going to do one. Would you guys like to do one? So if you come up with a recipe and help us cook it and stuff like that, we'll do your special.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, think
Yeah.
up.
I think we're up for that.
Yeah.
I'd love that. Yeah. More Carl. Carl's the cook. Carl's a great chef.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm mad
And,
for cooking, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
so
Well,
much.
get your thinking gig going and like work out what's going to be your special.
Does it have to be vegetarian?
No, it doesn't at all.
I
That's
think
that's
it should
the point.
be. I think it
I
should
don't
be.
mind
that's
vegetarian. I like
that's that's
vegetarian.
the point because I wouldn't necessarily be comfortable cooking some meat option. Not that I have a problem with cooking meat or serving meat, just because I wouldn't have the expertise or be able to taste it or refine the menu, the meal. So if we were to cook something together with meat in it, you'd know what the fuck you're talking about, wouldn't you? To make sure it's banging.
I'd hope so.
Well,
Who
you know
knows?
what I mean. You'd know a hell of a lot more than me. Whereas I wouldn't be able to taste anything, to check anything. So
No, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted just to rub. Do you remember when we went to Early Bird and we had the beans on toast? I'd be tempted just to rub that and do that like a spicy masala beans on toast on the jacket
oof.
with crispy oil like bhaji bits and stuff. Sorry.
Anyway, where were
Carry
we?
Favourite restaurant in Birmingham?
My favourite restaurant in Birmingham is my house.
I don't know if this helps, but it annoys a lot of people, I'm sure. But I define Birmingham as like Wolverhampton, Warsaw,
Brave man.
a
He's
lot
a
of the Black
brave man.
Country, Solihull.
I'd say Birmingham in the wider area.
It's
I
great,
wouldn't
greater
necessarily
Birmingham.
say Birmingham.
I'm not buying into this West Midlands nonsense. It's great. It's all greater Birmingham.
I say Midlanders. I think Midlands.
I
is a
think
nice thing.
Midlanders,
I
but
like
that's
Midlands.
different from calling
Yeah,
the Black
West
Country Brummy.
Midlands.
Yeah, I don't think they'd
I don't know if
like
I'd say it to their face, to be honest.
You were?
But on a podcast, it's fine. What? I answered that.
Was that your answer? Was it? That
my
was
house.
Your house.
that. Favourite bar or pub?
It's got to be here, really, the hair.
I think that might be my answer as well if I had to.
You've just got everything, haven't you? You've got fucking brunch, for God's sake. Really good brunch. You've got amazing Sunday dinners, which I told you is an issue as a veggie because they're normally just disappointment.
Yeah.
Not here. You've got an affordable bar. You've got a fucking amazing venue. So, and I think I've had some of the best nights of my life in here.
Yeah, I think I have, to be fair. What's your favourite curry place?
Weimaraner. Well, okay, so there's Sillet for old school traditional
I love
Sillet.
Sillet.
Yeah, on your road, which is brilliant. Just really good. Although we did have to stop going there for a while when they worked out we make curry sauce for a living. Because when we used to say, yeah, we'll have that hot, and then for a while one of the guys was just making it insane. But that's all settled down now. But also Viberama in Harborne is absolutely delicious.
No, I'm adding that to the list.
Yeah, I mean, they do like all your sort of dosas and stuff like that. And again, dosas are like veggie Sunday dinners, aren't they? They're usually byword for disappointment, but they're absolutely not. Amazingly well spiced, beautiful, complex. You get all the different flavours, and their curries and their dals are just insane.
What's your favourite cheaper place to eat?
Greg's. I said this last time as well. It's the people's pantry, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not very popular, but if you just want something consistent and cheap, and bear in mind that we're out in markets all the time and stuff, and if you want something that's not going to break the bank, you can eat it on the go, and you know you can get something veggie. It's fucking Greg's, isn't it? It's not like shit from McDonald's. It's, you know.
Is there anywhere you want to eat that you haven't got to yet?
Rabbit.
No, this is going to come up every week.
It's going to be every episode, yeah.
I know. I kick myself that we haven't got around to going there yet, but
yeah, it's worth every little drop of hype it's had. It's completely worth. It's incredible.
Well, we're just so cool. We wait until everybody else in the entire universe has been there before we get our ass and go. Let them really get into their stride.
What's your favourite breakfast spot?
It's got to be Early Bird.
You live walking distance.
I know.
I can't imagine that life. Just being able to walk up the road to that.
Fortunately, I managed not to do it all the time because I'd be 20 stone. Yeah, it's really good. It's just really good. And I like the fact that the menu changed, but I'm really looking forward to checking out the Den. So Murray, who used to be a chef at the Early Bird, has gone to the Den in at Sturchley. I was supposed to go to the opening night, but we were really tired. A story of my life. But yeah, I want to get round there because he's a really good chef.
Awesome. What do you think is the most underrated restaurant in Birmingham, or bar, or pub?
Oh.
So just somewhere that just doesn't get the credit it deserves. You don't hear anyone talking about it.
Oh, Chef the Bird. Have you tried their pop-up?
You've had his pop-up, haven't you?
Yeah, they're absolutely stunning. I can't stop myself from calling it Chef LeBlake because Matt does that all the time. But their pop-up. Why is everybody not shouting about how amazingly talented they are?
Always on about it.
I
haven't been lucky enough to have it yet. So I've really wanted to, but it's never. The stars haven't aligned yet.
Make those stars align because, and then it's so affordable for what you're getting as well. It's just like, do you know what you're putting out there? Yeah. I'm like, the first time we had it was just because Greg's hasn't got any pasties in. Let's grab some. I don't want anything as big as getting a takeout from their hair. So we were doing market, obviously. So and they popped up, and so I just got two sides, two of the veggie ones. I was just like, what? I cannot believe we're standing on a street behind a market stall eating food this quality. It's like mind blowing. I think, amazing.
Have you met the guy as well?
Oh God, he's lovely.
So nice.
Absolute total ledge. Yeah. And do you think he realises how talented he is? I'm just assuming that you have to be a wanker if you're that talented.
I tried telling him because he was at the artisan market at Botanical Gardens. Yeah, he bought a hat off us.
Was he?
Yeah. And
I'd see people there running around going, no.
And I was like, talking about how incredible the food was, and he was like, oh, thanks. He looked really like, I would really hate being here and getting this prize right now.
Oh, bless him.
He's so nice, so nice.
God, that just makes me love them even more.
Yeah.
And they're such a team, aren't they? Yeah, like huge respect for them, and I'm really excited to watch somebody that lovely, that talented, to watch what's going to happen with them. So I just hope that everybody else realises just how lucky we are to have them in the scene and gets on board.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lovely way to end it.
That is a nice way to end it.
Oh, awesome. Have I sworn enough?
Yeah. You didn't. I don't think you swore once. You know.
She did.
Fuck off.
Fucking loads.
I thought it was. I thought because you know that I'm making all these little clips out of now. You're like, I'm not having all my clips just being swears. Awesome. But
Well,
thank
thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a
Thanks.
pleasure. Again, I'm for winning.
Right, Steve.